In this video I will present you 5 types of Harley riders that you typically see around, and I am sure you have seen at least one of them, or maybe you're even one of them too. Watch until the end to find out. The Bagger Bro. The Bagger Bro rides one thing and one thing only: Harley-Davidson baggers. With long stretched backs, stretched tanks and a beautifully stretched ego to match the bike too. And of course the trademark of the species, an absolutely ridiculous oversized front wheel with at least 23 inches in diameter. Going even bigger is always an option. Sure, it makes the bike look like a cartoon prop, but the Bagger Bro considers this as a design upgrade. Smaller wheels? Never! A simple 21-inch wheel would bolt on easily, look great and actually ride pretty well too, which is exactly why he refuses it. Only wheels that require expensive, complicated surgery on the bike will do for the Bagger Bro. Raked forks, air suspension and the whole circus. The more parts, the better. The goal isn't rideability, it's maximum show effect, even if the bike becomes about as maneuverable as a wardrobe on casters. You'll find the Bagger Bro in his natural habitat, blasting loud music at stoplights or roaming Harley rallies like a mobile nightclub. And once he's inside, he enjoys the show. Watch him attempt to move forward without tipping the bike over. Because with a wheel that big, slow riding turns into a gladiator sport for sure. Recently, many Bagger Bros have abandoned their unrideable divas to hop on performance baggers, the ones that are actually used in racing sports. These machines are the opposite of the classic bagger. Tall, compact, agile and built to corner without tears. The Bagger Bro's preferred bike of choice is the Harley-Davidson Road Glide, whether with the classic twin headlights or the 2024 upgraded version with the integrated tanning saloon lamp. However, at home, the Bagger Bro secretly keeps a smaller, lighter bike that he actually enjoys riding. But hey, beauty demands sacrifice. Number 2, the touring couple. Back in the days, he rode solo. Part of a wild crew, living the bachelor biker dream. Rallies, parties, questionable motels, choppers with rigid frames. Life was all about rebellion and the open road. Peter Fonda was a hero of that generation. Today, the rebel is older, calmer and has a co-pilot who changed everything: his wife. Now in his mid-40s and beyond, life is good. He has a home, a wife and financial stability. But the fire from the old days is still burning. So when he rides now, she's coming too. The rigid frame chopper phase is now over. Comfort has entered the chat. In his mind, he still wants to be like Mickey Rourke, riding an old Harley chopper into the sunset with a hot blonde chick on the passenger seat. But his spine loudly disagrees and wants maximum suspension travel instead. So it's time for a proper touring bike with maximum comfort. Cruise control, radio, heated grips and a top case so big it could house a family of raccoons. That's the new standard. Back then, a huge sissy bar with a back clip to it did the job. You'll spot the touring couple typically on an Electra Glide or a Street Glide Ultra, fully loaded. Their bike includes every available accessory from Harley-Davidson's part catalog. A touring couple that really wants to get some attention installs a ridiculous amount of accessory lighting. They mount so many LED brake lights on the top case that you could spot them braking from the moon. To avoid looking uncool and to keep the rebellious spirit alive, both wear Harley-Davidson gear with patches. Just like in the old days, except now the patch isn't from the old motorcycle club, but from the Harley-Davidson owner group, or Hawk in short. Pretty cool, right? The Ironman. The Harley-Davidson Ironman is not running marathons or swimming across lakes, and he's not Tony Stark either. His superpower is owning a Harley-Davidson Sportster, preferably the iconic 883 Iron. This tribe also accepts the Nightsters and 48s as long as they are blacked out enough to silence the rumors that the Sportster might be a woman's bike. The Ironman rides Harley's lightest, cheapest entry-level bike, and that's why he still has the magic sparkle. When you look at them, you see that first Harley ever glow in their eyes. He gets excited like a kid every time he rides his bike, regardless of how punishing the ride is. He is just proud because he got his first real Harley. And he plays the young wild rebel in the group with full enthusiasm. Older riders love him too, because he reminds them of who they once were. The stiff suspension and tiny travel of the rear shocks on the Sportster don't bother him at all. Even when the Sportster bottoms out at the slightest bump and kicks him straight into his spine, he's still young and doesn't know back pain yet. In his mind, he's the Ironman, who is of course immune to bodily weaknesses. And he doesn't care about objective disadvantages of the bike either. Not even about the lack of power of Harley's 883 engine. The Harley hype simply overrides logic every time. All that matters for the Ironman, that he is finally part of the Harley world with the iconic Harley sound created by the Evolution engine. Sadly, the Iron Man phase doesn't last too long. Most Iron Men upgrade their Sporty to a bigger bike within just a year. As the Iron Man grows up, comfort, power and storage eventually become important themes. But deep down in his heart, he'll always have a soft spot for his old Sportster, even when he's riding on a brand new Softail Milwaukee 8 nowadays. Number 4. The Club Styler. The Club Styler has a passion for the lightweight, punchy Dyna models. The Dyna is still known for being the most agile Harley with the mighty twin-cam engine. It accelerates pretty fast and is even able to scrape some packs in the corners better than most Harleys have any right to. The Dyna has a perfect balance between power and agility, which the Club Styler loves so much. He chooses the Dyna because it's a minimalist, powerful and affordable bike. Back then, he could get a brand new Street Bob or Super Glide for just 30k from Harley-Davidson at the dealership. Brand new. The Super Glide came with a simple paint job, lots of chrome. It was a classic Harley cruiser. But eventually the Club Styler needed something fresher and more badass. And then Sons-of-Anarchy came along and provided the well-needed inspiration for the Club Styler. Dynas were tuned into rebellious club-style machines, with high T-bars, quarter fairings, blacked out parts, the exact opposite of a stock Super Glide. With fists punching the wind above the fairing, the ride itself suddenly feels cool. Even better, in the show, the bikes were ridden by club members knee-deep in questionable activities. Unlike the Bagger Bro, the Club Styler isn't a show-off. He keeps quiet so nobody discovers how underrated these bikes really are. They look great, ride beautifully and serve as a perfect soft touring vehicle for any adventure. Heck, even if it's just a short ride to the next supermarket, it is just a blast when you're splitting lanes with your fists in front of you. Plus, the bike is about 150 pounds lighter than Harley's touring models. This is a noticeable difference. But let's be honest, most Club Stylers aren't outlaws. They simply enjoy riding nimble Harleys, which can be flipped from corner to corner easily and reliably. They love comfort and versatility, but with as little baggage as possible. A true motorcycle connoisseur, and that's for the best. Number 5. The V-Rod guy. He's at every Harley event and instantly stands out. His bike says Harley-Davidson, but everything else screams, I'm not like all the other guys here. Harley's V-Rod itself is the exotic outsider, a short stroke engine with far more power than traditional Harleys. It's slow, long and aggressive, co-developed with Germany's Porsche company. And yes, you can feel every bit of that heritage. It's nothing like what Harley ever had built before, and that Porsche energy rubs off on the owner too. The V-Rod guy is usually muscular, and he really needs those muscles to operate that thing. The wide rear tire and the massive drag bar handlebars turn low speed maneuvering into an upper body workout. He is folded onto the bike like a camping chair, and once he hits the throttle, the wind tries to rip him off the bike. But he loves that kind of feeling. The bike, the muscles and the attention that he gets. To highlight the extreme proportions of both machine and rider, he installs the tiniest LED indicators possible. The smaller the turn signals, the bigger the rear tire and biceps look. That's the rule for the V-Rod guy. Tiny turn signals, massive everything else. The German Kellerman Atto turn signal indicators are his weapon of choice. Rumors has it that the V-Rod guy has the highest tire wear of all Harley riders. Not from a high mileage, but from doing burnouts at motorcycle shows. People love the V-Rod guy and his bike too, because he's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Harley riders. He's strong, extraordinary and with a weird German touch. Did I miss anyone? What other rider types do you know? Drop your suggestions in the comment below and maybe there will be a part 2 of this video soon. And don't forget to subscribe for more motorcycle content. Thank you for watching and see you next time.